Is Arambol, Goa still the spiritual mecca it's known to be? With a vibe like no other, it's a place where travelers, musicians, yogis, and free spirits come together. If you're seeking vegan cafes, conscious dance, live music, and hidden spiritual gems, you're in the right place. After spending months exploring every corner of Arambol, I'm sharing all must-visit spots that'll make your experience unforgettable. Let's dive into part 1. Welcome to Arambol. Every new place has its rhythm. You just have to tune into it. After weeks in Arambol, I found the pulse, the places that make it special. Now, I'm taking you along for the ride. I'm having my favorite cappuccino in town at the Italian cafe. I am on Arambol Beach Road and I'm going to show you some of my favorite places. This road is running parallelly to the beach and you have all the usual hippie clothes shops that import their clothes from places like Pushkar or Jaipur. A lot of jewelry from there. Some of them are made in Goa too. This is one of my favorite places in Goa or in Arambol, the Nepali Bakery. There are a few of those in town. And I wasn't aware that this is a thing, but supposedly Nepali people make amazing cakes. And they have 3 vegan options. The mango pie is vegan, apple pie is vegan, and apple crumble also. I'm basically here every day around 11:30 p.m. and I eat my favorite piece of cake, which right now is the mango cheesecake. There are no eggs in any of the cakes. And they have great coffee with soy milk too. This is the best cake I've had probably ever in my life. Definitely check out the Nepali Bakery on Arambol Beach Road. Thanks, brother. Good tonight. Another thing you'll find is a lot of musical instrument shops, most of which have relatively average stuff. I mean, the tongue drums are basically trash. Thank you. Sounds like something out of a psycho horror movie. People buy this for decoration, I suppose. It's not a musical instrument. There's no scale, there's no tuning. But the djembes are really good. This one is awesome. Stuff, man. This, by the way, is my scooter. I know it's a bit dirty. I've been driving it for over a month now, probably 6 weeks, and it costs me 400 rupees a day because I'm renting it for such a long duration. It is brand new and it has yellow license plates. Supposedly that makes traveling between the different places in Goa a lot easier. You don't get pulled over by the police as much. Brand new Yamaha. This little joint called Cookiewala is one of the few places that's open till late at night. They serve food and nice vegan chai as well. And sometimes they have live performances of small musical artists. This place is usually packed in the evening and they close around 12:30. A lot of people hanging out, you can have a nice conversation, get to know some people. A little further up you have this place, La Vela, nice restaurant slash cafe, serving excellent coffee. Nice comfy little hangout, excellent breakfast. They have pizza and nice smoothie bowls. These are the owners of La Vida. Right opposite from here, you have a place called Shantaram, which happens to be 1 out of 2 fully vegan restaurants in Arambol. There's only 2. And this one is even raw vegan. It's a roof terrace on the 2nd floor and I've been hanging out here a lot. And this is where the magic happens. Super cool place, great food, nice smoothie bowls, everything raw vegan and good Wi-Fi too. There's a lot of cool places, but these are obviously just my favorites. Another one that's a bit tucked away is a place called Otherwise. Take one of those side streets past this cafe, which is pretty cool too. Then you make a left into this little driveway towards this temple here. Once you park your bike, you take a little walk through this little bit of a rubble field here. And this is the place called Otherwise. Cozy, lush, green place. I also have a little bit of a boutique here selling pretty cool clothes. And upstairs there's a bit of a roof terrace where you can chill and have awesome food. And there's another place that I often go to towards the end of the night after workshops when I feel a little bit too woohoo and need some grounding. I refer to it as the Arambol Späti. If you've ever been to Berlin, you know what a Späti is. This is like a mix between a Späti and a Berlin Döner joint. They also have meat, that's the only downside. They have excellent dosas and falafel plates, which cost ridiculous €1.50. I can have a falafel plate, a masala dosa, and some momos, 6 pieces, for like €4, and that's like enough for 2 people. And this is the place. I've been here so many times. The veggie food here is delicious, it's cheap, it's open late. People drink alcohol here. It's a bit of a different vibe than the rest of the spiritual Arambol bubble. And from here on out, down towards the beach, it gets pretty mainstreamy. You know, there are a lot of bars that sell alcohol. I usually don't go here. At first sight, this seems to be the most happening place in Arambol. But of course, the more time you spend here, the more you will discover and figure out the place. And this is not where you go, if you're a little bit like me. Smells like meat, like burned flesh. The same shops everywhere, music instruments, and all this stuff you find in Pushkar and Jaipur for much less money. The first night I got here after flying in from Varanasi, I smelled the smell of burned meat again for the first time since I've been in India, because I haven't come across meat in Rajasthan anywhere. And the only time I smelled a similar smell was at the burning gods, the crematories in Varanasi. So when I sat down at the Späti there and smelled that shawarma, I immediately was carried back to the crematory in Varanasi. It doesn't smell much different. And the bars here get a bit more narrow, and there is a dreadlock shop where I had 2 dreads attached to the part of my hair that I'm growing out a little bit. The only part that's still grown, let's be honest. One of those dreads costs you 200 rupees, including attaching them to your head. And this is also the end of the road where the beach starts, and all those slightly tourist trappy restaurants at the shoreline. It's gotten a bit windier, it's pretty choppy out there. That's supposedly what happens towards the beginning of March. Honestly, I don't spend too much time at the beach, at least at this part of the beach. I'd rather go further down towards a place called Golden Pyramid. The beach there is much more artsy. The people, you know, a lot of fire jugglers, artists, musicians, singing circles, yoga, acro yoga, you name it. But just last week, a lot of those places that run the retreats there have supposedly closed because of some regulations that have changed, missing permissions supposedly. Places are being shut down. You know, really cool places that I love going to, where there used to be a really nice spiritual scene. It was lively and fun. There's nothing. It's pretty dark there at night. It feels like a very important part of Arambol has disappeared. I'm sure some of these places will come back for the next season or are going to be substituted by similar places. Oh yeah, and there is a new ice cream place in town. Una Gelato. This place just opened last month. Excellent ice cream, even some vegan yummy options. And a fantastic coffee machine also. This place imports Sicilian pistachios and Tahitian vanilla to craft its ice cream with the finest ingredients. But for mango, they stick to India, where the fruit is as rich and golden as the sun overhead. Now that's what was missing actually. High-level, delicious Italian ice cream plates. Here we have a Ayurveda shop, the local Ayurvedic doctor. Hey man. Hello. Hi. Arambol Beach Road. The sun sinks, the road's empty, and Goa shifts into something else. The days here slow you down, but the nights, they pull you in. In the next part, we dive into Arambol after dark. Music, movement, and the pulse of the night. Stay with me and tune back in.